Hey guys, it's Mrs. C here with Cycle 1 Week 9 ideas for presenting new grammar. Hope you guys have had a good week. It's beautiful and sunny and feels like fall here today, so we had a great day. But we'll jump right in. So we did geography. If you have the little class, I would really suggest starting with geography. That's just, I feel like the beginning classes when they're most capable of sitting in their seats for geography. So that's why I start with it, but also so I can just have the stuff out and we don't take up class time doing that. So I didn't really do anything special for geography today because I had a lot of other things that I was doing. So we just pointed and repeated. I went through all the locations several times. I did, again, change the order from what they were in the guide. So I did Mongolia, Beijing, and then Yellow River, Yellow Sea, and the Yangtze River. So I just did them in that order. It just made a little more sense to me. So anyway, we just pointed and said, and then I pointed and they said, and did that several times. So that's what we did for geography. For English, we did our hand motions again. So we have outside, over, past, you're going to take your hands and go like this, past, regarding, and then since. So it's two fingers kind of starting right at your collarbone and then coming down, since. Okay, so I'll do those again for you. Outside, over, past, regarding, since. Okay, and again, I'm getting these from Prepositions in Paradise if you would like to just watch their video instead of listening to me. For science, we played a little game because it was pretty simple since there were only 3 things, and I didn't really want to do a song because I was doing songs for some other stuff, but I wanted to make it a little more fun and not just do hand motions either. So every time I find little things like this around my house, I just put them in this bag because I eventually feel like I'll use them for something. So I took one of these little characters and I had 3 cups with leaves, stems, and roots on them. Sorry, excuse me. And so I would have the kids we would say, what are some parts of a plant? Some parts of a plant are, and I would hide it under one, and we would say leaves, stems, and roots, and then they would pick which part. So either leaves, stems, or roots that they thought that the animal was under. If it was under, it was like, yay, okay. And I just went around, we kind of sat on the floor in a circle and did it, and I just went around the circle and let them each take turns, and it went pretty quickly, and we had time to do it twice. So again, just I'm writing solo cups, leaves, stems, and roots. And if you can find a little tiny plant to put under it, that's fine. I used a Hatchimal. So anyway, that worked really well. It was fun. It was just something a little different. And we said leaves, stems, and roots like 45 times, I think. So they should know that one really well. For Latin, we did the chant, but I kind of did it slightly like head, shoulders, knees, and toes, except I did head, shoulders, hips, knees, and toes. So we would stop with us, oi, oh. You can't see me at all, sorry. Stand up for you here. You really can't see all of me anyway, but so we would do head, so us, oi, knees, toes. Oh, touch your toes, okay? And we did the same thing for plural. We did it both ways. So it was just kind of getting our bodies all warmed up. So head, shoulders, hips, knees, toes. Stand back up, head, shoulders, hips, knees, toes. Did the chant a few times and did that. For history, I ended with history today. So we were sitting at the table and we had been up and doing a bunch of stuff. So for history, we were kind of a little more calm. I used my egg shakers and we just shook our eggs, listened to the song, and then on the part in the song when they go with nature, they had to listen for that part and then shake them up high for with nature part. So yeah, nothing too crazy. Again, simple. So I listened to that a few times and just shook our eggs. For math, I have enough space in my room where I had our numbers written on these note cards and I taped them, and I just taped them kind of going up and down the wall like this. And so they took turns walking along and tapping the number up and down the wall as they went along. So we sang the song. I actually got this one memorized. I didn't have to use the music, and I didn't sing the wrong tune. I was pretty excited about that because it seems like if I get it memorized, I get into class and I start singing what I think is the right tune. It's the right tune, but it's the old rhythm of the song, and then I get to the end and realize, oh, I've forgotten 3 numbers and that's not the right way to sing it, or I just can't get it down at all. So if you're struggling, know that we're all struggling. We'll struggle together. We'll struggle through. But I was actually able to get this one down, and so that made it a little bit easier for me. So for the last thing we have is timeline. And I'm sorry if I sound hoarse today. I have had a head cold this weekend. Actually, I have an ear infection right now. So I was talking really loud, not knowing it today. The kids were kind of like, all right, Mrs. C. Okay, but we have Byzantine Emperor Justinian. So we're going to make a B. And then we're going to turn that into an E. And we're going to make our sash that we do for royalty. So emperor, it goes from your shoulder to your hip. So Byzantine Emperor. And then I always tell my kids it's like a little swoosh, but you're making a J with your pinky. So for Justinian. Byzantine Emperor Justinian. Then we have Benedict, B again, and monasticism, so monks, and you can see in the picture on the timeline card, they have a hood on, so you just are going to pretend like you're putting a hood on your head. So this kind of motion of going up and around, okay? So Benedict and monasticism, okay? Muhammad founds Islam, so we're going to make an M for Muhammad, which is 3 fingers, your thumb kind of sticking out in between them. That's an M. I always like to think of it as, the M shape there. And for Islam, we're going to do this every time for Islam. So, sorry, normally your arm would down, but I'm doing it so I can show you. So you're going to take 2 fingers of your right hand and you're going to do them like this. This is to represent them kneeling to pray because they pray, I want to say like 5 times a day in Islamic culture. So we're going to take our fingers in Islam. Okay. So Muhammad founds Islam. Okay. Zanj and early Ghana in Africa, they were trading cities. So we're just going to kind of pretend like we're trading things back and forth, okay? Franks defeat Muslims at the Battle of Tours. So defeat, you have one arm and then this arm coming down, like oppressing them, keeping them down, defeating them, okay? So defeat Muslims, again, this at the Battle of Tours. So this is our sign for war or fighting, okay? Golden Age, so we've done this many times. So gold, it comes from your ear and down. This is yellow and it's something in your ear, and that would be like a gold earring. So Golden Age of Islam. Again, the symbol is going to be real familiar this time. And then Vikings, raid, and trade. So we're going to do a V for Vikings. And we're going to start out grabbing, and then we're going to change that into our trading. Okay? So Vikings, raid, and trade. All right? So I'll just go straight through doing those so you get them all. Okay, Byzantine Emperor Justinian, Benedict and monasticism. Muhammad founds Islam. Zanj in early Ghana in Africa. Oh, I forgot, you have to do the drums on your legs. We did that with the kids today. Franks defeat Muslims at the Battle of Tours. Golden Age of Islam. Ooh. Vikings, raid, and trade. Okay, so that was everything for this week, I believe. We did Legos for review today. I found these little base plates at the dollar store and a bunch of Legos at the dollar store. And I will warn you, if you do buy a dollar store Legos, they are dollar store quality, meaning that they don't lock together very well initially, and that frustrated my kids at first, but we've used them. This is a couple times we've used them now, so they're a little bit better. Also, a little bonus for Tin Whistle. I'm sure several of you have seen this on the tutor page or on Pinterest or whatever. So I just took, these are mega blocks, and I just had a big box extra, and I demonstrated this. This is my whole note, my half note. So I'll do it this way. My whole note is a 8 brick. My half note, maybe, there we go, is a 4 brick. And I just wrote on these with a dry erase marker. They stayed okay, as long as you don't touch them too much, which, you kind of have to be careful. But I didn't want to permanent marker these. quarter note, I've got 4 quarter notes. So quarter notes are 2s on mine. And then I have 8 1 blocks that are my 8th note. So we talked about this first. I put it all together for them. I wrote up on the board what, you know, whole note, and I wrote a whole note was 1, a half note was 1/2, 1/4, so they could see like you need 2 of these to make one because they don't know fractions yet. So that's what I did. And then I brought kind of miniature ones for them. So each of my students got a set that looks like this. So we only worked with wholes, halves, and quarters for this part. So we had this was our whole note. Then we needed 2 half notes. And then we had 4 quarter notes. And then we went around and went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and just tapped on the top of each of those to do 8th notes. So if you have some extra blocks, Legos, Duplos lying around, and you need a little something to take up more time this week with the littles, this worked really well. We put them together all different ways. We, you know, started with quarter notes and then did a whole note and then half note, and then we started with the half notes and did quarters to whole. Like, you can do it all different ways, and just so they're getting the idea that, you know, a whole note is 4, well, not always 4, but for our purposes it's, you know, 4 beats. So anyway, yeah, that's what we did this week. So I hope you guys are doing really well, enjoying your fall. We only have 3 more weeks before we are halfway done. I can't believe that. My director said that today, and I was just like in shock. So anyway, 3 more weeks, so we're halfway done. It'll be Christmas break, and I don't know, what am I do? I'm sure I'll find something. So, all right, guys, have an awesome day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.